Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this joinDOTA League Season 2 Division 1 Europe game between Power Rangers and Hehe United. This is a postponed game from earlier today, I believe, where Hehe took a default win in game number 1 against PR, but, well, they're both here to settle game number 2, so we'll see who does come out on top here, but I'm not alone. My name is Don Horatio, and I'm joined by Roxas. How are you doing, Papa T?
I'm doing well, Uncle K. I got the cast, what was it, earlier today. I don't even remember the teams.
Wow.
The games were good, though, and that's all that matters.
That's really good.
The memory of them sits well in my head, regardless of the details. And then I played one game, and I got to play Bat Rider, and then I was like, man, this hero is really good.
Yeah, that hero's pretty all right.
Then I had lunch, now I'm here, so it's been a good day.
Yep, I ate lunch as well. It was awesome. So we've got PR, the Belarusian squad, plus Scandal, so we'll just pretend he's Belarusian. It's fine. Don't worry, Scandal. We got your back. Against the kind of mixed bag team of Hehe United, a bunch of different nationalities represented here, but strong players nonetheless, and they've done pretty well in the JDL so far. So, well, they're going to start their draft out with a Treant Protector after the first set of bans, so that'll be immediately followed by a Dark Seer and Rubik from Power Rangers.
Cool. I want to point out Power Rangers. They did do their research, and Hehe always picks Wisp. They're like Fnatic, so they got banned out. But we saw a few games with Hehe where they actually got Kaibutsu Medusa. I'm talking like aggro tri-lane, solo safe lane Medusa, and just like kicking ass with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested to see if they actually bring that in. It's been like last banned against them a couple times too, and it's just refreshing to see and weird in a way to see like Drum's aggressive Medusa, but. So, not trying to set up any expectations, but they're the team that's been doing it. They're like the only reason that Medusa's been banned 5 times in 6.81. So,
and well, we see the Invoker grabbed it from Hehe as well, so certainly a strong hero to add to their pool there. And well, the Treant Protector once again, we see him coming in, and this is a support that we've seen him in aggressive lanes. Leech Seed's really actually quite good in aggressive lanes. Before, people didn't think about that, just thought he was a living armor machine, but he's got a bit more utility in him. But he can be aggressive, he can be defensive. They've got a lot of. Their laning's pretty versatile right now. Darkseer is typically an off lane, but he can also go solo safe lane. So nothing really shown by either of these teams so far, strategy-wise. Pretty open as far as it goes.
They're pretty versatile. And picking up a Rubik nice and early kind of enables you in a draft to not really be scared to pick up certain heroes, maybe like Tide Hunter and August Siren being big ones. Mm-hmm. Also, obviously, if there's a tree, stealing any of his spells are really good. Same with Invoker. Sand King and Viper are going to be banned out. Sand King, a good support that goes with the Rubik. Rubik sets up the short-range Burrow Strike, plus Rubik can actually support in a lane by himself if Sand King goes in the jungle. They ban out the Viper, which kind of shits on Invoker mid lane, and in general, I think Power Rangers like to run Viper, and they just... Some people say Viper wins the lane but loses the game, but they actually just win the lane, and then he's just a pain the whole game and then until they win. But
I mean, if you turn the laning advantage into a advantage you can capitalize on, then Viper's pretty good. If you don't use that lane advantage, then Viper's not very good. That's kind of the way of the world.
Yep. The Bane ban is kind of weird to me because there's not really anything that would indicate a ban like on the table for Hehe, so it kind of seems like you would be able to draw more about what Power Rangers plans to pick. Maybe something like a Luna, Lifestealer, a hero that definitely relies on their magic immunity, maybe one core. Like maybe they don't want to pick up a core for their mid. Shadow Fiend kind of has a hard time against Bane. Because Mirana's off the table, and Bane is good in aggressive circumstances, but not really with Tree. Mm-hmm. So, not really sure what they'd be looking to pick up.
Yeah, maybe some sort of high mobility hero that relies on escapability to keep themselves alive. Bane is the bane of those sorts of heroes, believe it or not. Like, just one Fiend's Grip, locking down a normally mobile hero can completely turn a fight around. So that might be something they have in store. But they got their last ban stored up here as well. So pretty much anything on the table. So we'll see what they ban.
We always see the fourth pick and third pick, fourth ban always taking the longest time because it's always where you solidify your draft. Especially if you get second pick here where you get the ban and then the pick right away. This pick and ban are actually pretty much the same. They'll ban a hero and then they'll pick their next hero almost instantly. So, kind of going to solidify their draft. They ban out the Disruptor. They're going to. Oh, Disruptors.
Makes me think they want something like one of the Spirit heroes or perhaps a Weaver, because Bane and Disruptor strike me as heroes that are pretty damn good against that style of hero, the high mobility, requiring spells to escape sort of hero.
Storm Spirit as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of those is. I'm leaning towards PR thinking they want to go that way, but I mean, I don't know. They could really go anyway. Disruptor's shown himself to be quite good in the American qualifiers. I believe it was Sneaky Nick's Assassin showing that this hero's pretty damn legit. I mean, it's hard to really take a good fight or run away against a Disruptor who knows what he's doing. Glimpse is so damn powerful. Kinetic Field also has its uses, and the ultimate speaks for itself. So Disruptor, played right, has pretty good impact on these games. But Vengeful Spirit can be the pickup from Power Rangers, and that's usually an aggressive-ish support, a lot of extra right-click damage, the stun as well, so they might be going aggressive here, maybe a Darkseer safe lane or something along those lines. We'll see what they want to pair up with these two supports.
Yeah, well, I think also, I don't know if it was PR or not, but I remember in one of these games I actually saw a core Vengeful Spirit in a tri-lane. It actually worked really well because she, as a core, actually gets a lot of damage really quickly as she gets the levels and she actually builds towards it because her agility gain is really good. And Vengeance Aura is percent-based, so she basically gets like a free Demon Edge at level 10 or something like that as long as she just gets like a Yasha or even just Phase Drums. But I don't know if that's what's going to be picked up here. The only reason that kind of sticks out to me as a core Venge is just because Rubik and Venge kind of do the same thing in the laning phase. Like, why would you pick that up for the laning phase and when you already have a Rubik, you know what I mean? Unless you're really, really looking towards Roshan. But then there are some other heroes, such as Enchantress, that do really well in Roshan that complement a Rubik a little bit better instead of kind of overlap. Or you can pick up a core Luna. So we'll see.
If they want to go aggressive against a Treant, then they will need a bit more than usual to kill some heroes in lane if they want to, just because of living armor. So maybe that's what they have in mind, but hard to really say without seeing what they fill it up with. And yeah, that Vengeful Spirit aggressive tri-lane, or just tri-lane in general, was something that was in vogue a couple of months ago, and it fell out of favor pretty quickly, but we see it coming back every now and then, and obviously it's not the greatest late game hero. It has a lot of early potential, like you said, but if you are going to play a Vengeful Spirit core lineup, you need to know what you're doing before you just rush right into it, or else you're going to find yourself in a really, really bad situation unless you really get very successful early and get a lot of kills right off the bat and push some towers. But we're going to see a Wind Ranger from Hehe.
Yeah, Windrunner, actually the only hero currently in the patch to be picked like 20 more times or something, but she's never been banned. She actually has like an abysmal win rate, which kind of like, wow. I hate you, Kyle. But anyway, if this is a support, if they're running a core Windrunner, I would expect to see an aggressive lane, maybe from a dodge coming out from Hehe, because Windrunner doesn't really go into an off lane, then get level 7 and then just roam around the map the same way that like a Clockwork can. So she would probably go into the safe lane or into the mid lane to farm up a 1v1, and then try to get a bunch of items that way. Or, Invoker can go safe lane. But Power Rangers, they're breaking the meta here as they go for the Phantom Assassin.
We've seen this a few more times. The patch changes did bring this hero a little bit forward. It's still not great. You still don't like to rely on RNG on your carry more times than not. It's just not the best way to go about things, because you get a couple of bad rolls of the dice, your team is completely screwed. You don't get the damage you need. But these crits will get pretty scary pretty damn early on with the Vengeful Spirit backing her up. So I'm curious to see how they want to run this. We see a Skywrath Mage to counter this PA, and that's not something you think of as dealing with a Phantom Assassin, I guess. Silencing the blink is one thing, but like, I don't know. Also, Skywrath Mage also really, really annoys Darkseer. I can say that from experience.
Yeah, Skywrath Mage really wins it, but the other thing is that the majority of PA survivability, especially early on, is just blur. Just having a 50% miss chance is really powerful. So the way to get around that is just to have very high magic damage, which Skywrath Mage is going to have with Mystic Flare. And that kind of makes me think that they should run the Windrunner as a support and run the Skywrath Mage as a core. Because he's not really going to have what he needs to take that on. Because basically, if he just blinked and crit, like that's the squishiest hero ever. He just dies instantly. So that would be a bit of a problem. But the other thing, too, about having the Skywrath Mage, and this was kind of similar to having a Windrunner and Invoker on the field, is now PA just has to go for BKB first. It's just not even an option. And you don't really want to do that. You want to get kind of greedy, maybe go for like Drums, Helm of the Dominator, Phase Boost before going for a BKB. If you're super greedy, you go for like a Basher first, but now she is going to have to delay her damage by a long shot.
Yeah, Phase Drums BKB should be the order of the day here for the PA, I would imagine. Maybe a little bit more damage before, like you said, but most likely not. It's just a hero that does not do very well against the
They were thinking this is a carry Windrunner, as they did. Well, actually, no. They're probably thinking a carry Razor. But
they don't really know, man. Like this Windranger, Windranger and Skywrath Mage, they both want their levels, or else they don't have their full effectiveness. Windranger wants to get full levels in Shackle and Power Shot.
Empowered crits
the Empowered
are the worst
PA. Yep.
World.
This lets you skip that battlefield on PA.
As well.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. If they get a crit on a vacuumed Empower Strike, that's a lot of things to happen for one, but for two, if it does happen, that's ridiculous. And Magnus is one of those heroes that brings a couple of things to the table.
You have a lot of team fight after that,
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, the RP is certainly the best thing Magnus brings to the table, but in a lineup like this where you can empower a PA with crits, he's a lot more useful than in a typical lineup, I would say.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, absolutely. This also makes me think that I don't think Power Rangers are going to be super aggressive because Rubik and VS both really need their levels. Plus, they're also very powerful at roaming. Also, they're on Dire Side. So running an aggressive tri-lane on Dire Side a little bit less viable than on Radiant because of the way the pull camps work. So I think they're going to rely on this VS and Rubik to be roaming more often than not, because if we look at the heroes from Hehe, all of them are very susceptible to being roamed on, including the last pick. Invoker, Windrunner, Skywrath, they're all very susceptible to being roamed on. So we'll see what goes on. And with the Doom pickup, it's definitely, well, not definitely, but probably going to be a passive lane as well, because he has no laning presence at all.
Yeah, he will be, like you said, pretty damn passive unless they do some sort of crazy, like, Skywrath, Windrunner, Treant, Tri-Lane. Those should be absolutely insane, but, well, we'll have to see how they do decide to lane it. But let's go ahead and look at the teams here. We got, on the side of Power Rangers, Vengeful Spirit, going to be played by FNG. Darkseer, going to be taken up by, oh my god, too many consonants. Chisret. Magnus, going to be taken up by...
There are no vowels in that.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Scandal taking up that Magnus to the mid lane. Rubik going to be played by J4. Last but not least, PA in the hands of Moon.
Yep, and then on the side of Hehe United, they're all moving towards the Dire Side jungle. We're going to have Dario on the Doom. It's going to be HWA, the captain, the mid player on the Invoker. Nihis is going to be playing on the Windrunner. And Kaibutsu will be playing on the core Skywrath Mage. And Chips Halen will be on the Treant Protector. J4?
It's a sad place to be, buddy.
The funny thing was he went to the edge there to scout it, and then just didn't react whenever they were up there. So
yeah, maybe got there a little bit late as well, but yeah, it's not a good place to stand.
This is a core Skywrath Mage, so because Kaibutsu is the Medusa player, so
yeah, he's typically the one here, and I guess he's gonna go. Maybe HWA goes. Yeah, he's gonna go solo safe lane on the Invoker, it looks like, and then Kaibutsu will take mid lane on Skywrath. So. Interesting lanes. It will be a Windrunner aggressive tri-lane with the Treant and Doom aggressive tri-lane. So this will be very interesting to watch. It's not your typical aggressive tri-lane. Vengeful Spirit grabs the Invis rune, but he's being forced to run in a bit of a strange direction right now. He's
they body block. Wait, what? What did he say stop for?
I have no idea. It's fine. It's fine. We'll let them figure it out.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So it will be a solo Darkseer against a solo Invoker, and the Skywrath Mage will be in the mid lane against the Magnus, which this just sucks ass for Magnus. I think you've played this matchup a little bit more than I have. What do you think that you need to do as the Magnus?
You just
have a Vengeful Spirit come from behind and kill him?
It certainly helps, but I don't think they can't finish him. Magnus just doesn't have enough burst level 1. I mean, they can throw the stun out, and the Skewer's not going to really do anything. Well, maybe a bit more than I thought. Okay, well, yeah, they can't dive that. Okay. Yeah, oh, that was a really nice concussive shot.
Vengeful
Hitting
Spirit
that
might
too,
go down.
actually.
She's taking a lot of tower hits. Oh, if she took one more, she would have been dead.
Yeah, but, well, going back to what you were saying, Magnus, he really needs level 3 before he can use Shockwave to efficiently grab last hits from a distance, and he's forced to go Skewer level 1, which you kind of want to do as the mid lane, especially if you're fearing any sort of roam at all or anything like that. It's your only escape method. Once you get level 1 Skewer, that's fine, and then you really need level 2 in Shockwave to actually get last hits from a distance. So he'll be in a bit of trouble until he gets to level 3. Then he'll be mostly alright. Go ahead and bottle Crow up, and he shouldn't have the toughest time. It's certainly not going to be fun by any means, but he'll do alright.
Yeah, and also this aggressive tri-lane it's interesting. It works because they're on Radiant, but the basic thing is that they're kind of forced to go for this just because they can't offlane an Invoker. So I don't know what they really plan to get done here. I guess Doom will still find his farm, so I guess that's great, but they don't really have a whole lot of kill potential because PA, even if she's lead seed, is going to be able to blink strike away. Windrunner needs to land a Shackle Shot. And yeah, we see it in action there. They're not going to be able to take care of this. And actually, the Shackle Shot, it's going to be hit on the J4, but it didn't latch to PA, so Moon going to be able to get out. And FNG just has been getting to roam this whole time.
Well, if they force PA to blink, she wants to farm this lane with Stifling Dagger, not so much her blinks, not so much like right-clicking. Right now she's doing okay for the most part, but if it gets a bit tougher, she'll have to farm with Dagger, and if you can lower her mana, then she'll have a harder time doing that. Forcing her to blink will certainly help with that, but even that's not a very expensive spell, and, well, bottom lane, we see the Darkseer actually skipping creeps, forcing this Invoker to last it under a tower with Quas. So far, it has 1 point Exhort, so it should get a little bit easier, but yeah, this first couple of last hits haven't been the easiest thing in the world for him.
Yeah, not to mention just Ion Shell is ridiculous, so he actually had to go 2 levels in Quas right away. He is going to be going Exor, as we can tell from his starting items. That's actually why I like watching HWA. He makes me feel validated because he buys the same starting items as I do.
Wow, let's just go ahead and make this the Travis.
No, don't worry about it, man. I'm just saying. Quas Exort's going to be really powerful in this game as well, just because of the spell damage against the Sunstrike, and plus the physical damage that they're going to be lacking coming out from the Doom and the Skywrath Mage is going to be really good. Also, they're going to be diving. FNG, he goes down, he throws out a magic missile, but 2 TPs are coming in. Cold Snap is there, but Surge is going to help him get away. Windrunner comes in. Does she have a power shot? Yes, she does. She's going to shoot it. It's going to be off the mark, spotted by FNG. And let's see. 295 moves. Sunstrike!
Nice shot.
Gets some 100 damage Sunstrike, going to be able to finish him off.
And mid lane, Skywrath Mage cleaned up Scandal as well, so nice little lead there. He had to dive the tower for it, looks like, but he was able to bottle through it. So he's going to be forced to go back to base, but he does get a kill out of it, so...
Yeah, those 3 levels in Arcane Bolt, you can't take 100 damage every 3 seconds is back.
Magnus has to sit back. Like, he basically can't right-click for last hits in this lane. It sucks. You have to stay basically within experience range and just throw out shockwaves, and that's going to be your lane. It's not fun, but eventually the Skywrath has to leave to go do things, because the farming Skywrath Mage in the mid lane, he doesn't want to stay there. He wants to go somewhere else and make an impact on the game, so he'll just kind of have to wait it out to actually get the full farm in this lane, unfortunately. But that's just the way of the world for him.
Yeah, absolutely. If we're looking at the top lane, it looks like they're actually doing pretty well, as Doom is sitting at 22 for 4. Obviously, a couple of those creeps are from Devour.
Magnus is hasted.
Yep, Magnus Hasted coming up. He's going to be skewering. He doesn't have an RT, though. And Chips Hazen, he's going to be going down to the right click. It was just a 4v1. So Hasted Magnus comes up and picks off a support. Not sure if that's really... I guess it's good, but...
He didn't... The Magnus didn't need to go up to kill that support. He actually achieved literally nothing when he went up there. He just skewered and missed and lost mana instead of being in lane. But now he's going to get wrecked by the Skywrath Mage, unfortunately. But yeah,
PA only sitting at 9
are you kidding me? Well, peace out, Scandal. Man, that's annoying.
Well, that sucks.
It's painful, man.
Skywrath Mage, just forget that this hero is good just because other heroes are
bad. But it does hurt.
Dude, shut up. This hero is good.
Oh my god.
But it's like Troll Warlord. Like, he's just overshadowed by so many other heroes that people forget that he has a really strong laning presence and he can do a lot of damage and have a lot of burst if he just gets a little bit of farm early.
He is, I will admit that he is, as 1v1 laners for a melee hero in mid lane, he is by far up there. He's up there with one of the worst to go up against. Like, him and Viper, probably in the lead for most annoying mid laners for a strength melee to go up against.
But anyway, Windrunner got pinged out in the top lane by FNG. And it looked like they wanted to go for him, but no. Scorched Earth going to be used, as well as the Leech Seed. Telekinesis onto Doom, though, and FNG. He actually turned around for a right click. I don't know why, but Shackle Shot not going to land. Magic Missile under tower. Now he's taking tower aggro. FNG, he's being dived. He goes into the trees, and the PA, she gets the Stifling Dagger in a little bit. Oh my god, 12 HP. That region's ridiculous. Salve up. And it looks like PA Windrunner was finished off there, but Doom with the jukes. He's able to get him. Stifling Dagger is there. Chip Hasten is there as well. He has living armor in 3 seconds, and he lives.
That was a really clowny engagement.
By the way, in the mid lane, Scandal is way behind the tier 2, or tier 1. He has the Skewer as well. He's going to commit the RP. He doesn't have the mana for Shockwave. Now he does, and just one click. There we go. The Arcane Seal did a little bit. Scandal gets Shackle Shotted, but no follow-up.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing to follow up after that power shot coming through. So he'll salve up, he'll run away. So nice little bit of revenge there. Does have to spend the RP, but I mean, there's not really going to be any humongous fights he's going to be present for. And until he gets blank, it's not like he makes a huge difference with RP anyway. So the kill probably worth it there, and gets level 7 as well. So you should feel pretty good about that.
In the bottom lane, we haven't really been looking, but HWA and Darkseer as well, both getting a lot of really good farm. Darkseer pretty much just been cutting the lane and farming the woods, and HWA just doing pretty well last hitting on her tower. 34 for 5 at 7 minutes. Quite respectable, especially when you have the Forge Spirits help you out. He actually cold snaps Darkseer up.
Well,
He finds a courier. Kill the courier, dude. I don't know why. Oh, actually, FNG is coming in as well as J4. There's a Mystic Flare on the J4, though, as well as the Arcane Bolt. Sunstrike is going to be off the mark, but the Arcane Bolt going to be able to finish him off. Now Living Armor is helping HWA. He doesn't have a Cold Snap just yet. He has a Forge Spirit helping him out. He's all out of spells for 15 seconds. So chalk it up as a 1-for-1, but this could definitely go in favor of PR as they trade out a Rubik for the Skywrath Mage.
Yeah, that's the problem with Skywrath Mage is you can come down, you can dish a lot of damage, but you can't take much of your own. So if you don't show up and kill the only threat, there's a pretty good chance you end up dead, which is the real issue with Skywrath Mage. He's just very, very squishy, no escape at all. All he can do is silence someone and run away, pretty much, and didn't have that option there, so he does go down. But, well, top lane, Doom wants to maybe dive this PA again, deep under tower, but not going to be able to find her, so she's going to throw Stifling Daggers out and farm. She just had level 3 Dagger now, so she's going to be pretty decent at farming from a distance with this spell, so she should be okay up here for a while.
Darkseer got pretty low. There was a Sunstrike attempt, and it was off the mark, but Darkseer has his bottle brought back to him. Why would you go bottle and Soul Ring?
I have no idea. It's... Oh, mid lane. Shackle does find Scandal, and he gets blown up by the Mystic Flare.
Yep, Leech Seed and
well. Gonna try and TP out, not gonna happen. Way too much damage.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's
under
ridiculous.
attack.
That's really hard to deal with.
Yeah,
So
but this
PA
Skywrath Mage
has
is... Yeah, go ahead. You first, buddy.
Has PA really just gotten this little farm that she only has a Bassy and Orb of Venom
Radiant's bottom
and Boots?
tower
Her
is
support
under
system,
attack.
they smoked bottom, so she lost that time, and all she could do is throw daggers on cooldown, and Doom's doing a pretty good job of getting denies and things like that, so... I don't know,
Oh, they're going to be diving as well with this Illusion Rune. Kaibutsu is going to be able to tank the tower. The Arcane Bolt is there. And the Ancient Steel as well. There's not a Mystic Flare, but Scandal comes in with the RP. He gets 2. Kaibutsu is going to be targeted immediately, but Doom, he has Doomed Moon, and they're going to be going on her. But Scandal, he gets silenced up. FNG does go down to the Tree Protector. Now the Overgrowth's going to be committed. Scandal is going to get Sunstruck as well and right-click down. Just one more, just 2 more, just 3 more. It's Shockwave going to be there as well. He doesn't have a Skewer for 7 seconds. He doesn't have a TP or a Blink either. He needs to wait on the Skewer. He wastes their time at the very least, but very successful dive coming there from Hehe. Bottom lane as well. HWA, he's in a little bit... Nah, he's fine. He's on our tower. What's up?
I've seen, for how short this game's been, I've seen so many, like, people thinking they have the kill and then turning around and the person doesn't die, like, by, like, 10 HP. I've seen it 3 times already in this game, I think. It's pretty... Finish your kills, boys. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Oh, man.
4 heroes top, though. They want to keep going.
Yeah, they certainly do. I mean, applying a lot of pressure as PA. PA arguably is... I mean, you talk about late game and... Well, actually, Moon. He's going to get Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare, Leech Seed. Oh, my gosh. Goodbye, son. But
Trying to
anyway.
find the return kill on HWA. Taking a fair bit of damage. Out of mana, pretty much. Gonna be stunned up. Living Armor helps him out for a little bit. Iron Shell trying to do work, but Invoker actually finds the kill in the Vengeful Spirit in the meantime. Power Shot actually helps clean up almost 2 heroes, and he's not done yet. He wants to find this Rubik. Can he actually
Does
chase
he
him
buy
down?
back
Nope.
Sunstrike? Is he that much of a man? Are you that confident? Are you as a Windwalker?
I don't think. I think these players might be better than as a Windwalker, but
I know. Oh, is he gonna get him? Oh, Fort Spirit almost got him.
Anyway, they find the tower top as well in the meantime, so definitely going the way of Hehe United there. They find a 1-for-1 trade top, I believe, and then no, it was 1-for-1 trade bottom, 1 kill top, and then oh my god, there was so many things happening the last couple minutes. But they find a tower as well, so even trades and kills roughly, and then a tower. So with the Skywrath Mage, you kind of have to keep fighting like this because he doesn't really extend past the point where you said like PA gets a BKB or any hero gets a BKB. It becomes a lot harder for him to
Scandal,
achieve
you're in
much.
trouble,
Oh my
friend.
God. I will say this.
But he can do that, Kyle.
I will say this. This hero, like, you have to do stuff.
An item ahead to be effective.
You have to do stuff now, and he's doing stuff now. So I give him credit for that. If they can keep this aggression up and delay this Magnus Blink Dagger for even as long as it has been. Magnus went for Arcane Boots first, which I do still typically do in this hero, but you don't necessarily have to. And I feel like in the situation they are, with how aggressive this Skywrath Mage has been, and things like that, you need to get this Blink as soon as possible on Magnus to make these team fights winnable.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely need to start taking fights on their own terms because each of the fights, they've been the ones initiated on. Really, the only one that hasn't been taking part in that has been HWA on the Invoker, which, you know, he has his Midas, he has his Null and his Bassi. He's almost got his Boots of Travel or his Force Staff, whichever one he decides to spend his 2k gold on first. By the way, they're going to be diving bottom lane. There is a Doom available. Are they going to be wasting on the Rubik? No, but the net is going to be used. Telekinesis to throw him back. But there's a Cold Snap, a Force Spirit, a Power Shot finishes him off. But the Darkseer comes in. He's got the wall. He doesn't have a vacuum, though. Overgrowth is going to be catching FNG and Christ. And he gets vacuumed back. He's getting wrecked by his own illusion. Those punches really hurt. The Ion Shell finishes him off. But Doom walks through the wall as well as Skywrath Mage. They're fighting with the Invoker. Mystic Flare is going to be doing a lot of damage, but Nihis manages to get a double kill there. FNG, he's trying to juke behind the trees. RP has been committed on HWA in the back of the fight, but Naharis, he's going after Moon. Moon is going to die as well, but to Invoker. Sunstrike gets Scandal. There's a double kill there for HWA, and that's almost a team wipe. Rubik is behind his tier 2 tower, but Taibutsu thought about going for it.
I have no idea why that PA thought it would be a good idea to show up with, let's look at her inventory, boys. A Ring of Basilius and an Orb of Venom to that team fight. She needs to farm, and she actually finally had some time to work with, even if her team was getting wrecked at the same time, but I don't know. She came in, they tried to commit again after that Triam made a bit of a mistake. They should have just tried to back off and uninitiate once that Triam went down, but, well, it's not good. This really aggressive team, and with the Force Beast, he can push towers really effectively, too. FNG trying to make an impact here, but he'll be forced back by the Arcane Bolt. Gonna take a pretty significant chunk of damage from that. And with this advantage that they have, I want to look
Goodbye,
at...
J4.
Oh, yeah, that's... Heroes being dead. This Skywrath is level 11. Level 2 ultimate against the heroes. This PA is still level 8. Support's level 6 and 5 on the Dire side. This is where Skywrath Mage just kind of snowballs out of control, and just his damage is too much. You need the levels, you need some items for survivability, or else you just get absolutely demolished.
It's 1,000 magic damage.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like, let's look at this. Venge has 777 HP. Rubik has 663 with no points in Nullfield. Yeah, the only one with close to that are Darkseer and Magnus, and still, that just means one more Arcane Bolt's going to finish him off, and that's not including an Invoker Sunstrike to follow up as well, or a long-range Power Shot.
I'd like to see, once this Rubik gets level 7, because you want to max Fade Bolt first 100% of the time, pretty much, but he could definitely go for Nullfield instead of going for lower levels in Telekinesis, and that'd be a pretty okay decision. They need something to help them out with this Ancient Seal, plus, I mean, the damage is ridiculous right now, the magic from these guys, so I think that would help out quite a bit, but they're going to try and defend this. They've dropped... Oh, that ward is literally 2 feet from the tower, but they feel they need it.
It could get killed by Rubik's skeletons. Well, never mind. Mystic Flare going to be going on to FNG. He's down very low. There's the RP, though, after the vacuum. The walls have been committed. There's the overgrowth. Now the wall comes. 2 of them are almost dead instantly. HWA drops the meatball as well. And now that's 2 down on the side of PR. Everyone is still alive on the side of Hehe. HWA is clicking away on a Scandal. The tower goes down in the meantime. Nihis is actually fighting illusions. Gets the Shackle Shot on Magnus, and now J4. He's going to be having a tough time. Windrunner threw out the Windrunner to try to scare him. There's going to be the level death, and Nihis. He's on a mega kill, and it's already GG. 26-7. Absolute domination from Hehe.
They just couldn't fight that team, and Rubik even like they did that. That was the best fight they could have possibly hoped for. They got like an RP on 3 without a Blink Dagger, which is pretty good, and they got the wall on those heroes, also pretty good. Rubik stole Doom, and then they still get completely destroyed in the fight and lose the tower. So they realized the situation they're in. The PA wasn't finding anything. No space for her to farm. Ends the game with the Ring of Aquila, of all things. And, well, really nicely played by Hehe. Just aggression. And Skywrath Mage, he's a good hero if you know how to use him and get really, really aggressive, and they definitely did so this game.
Yes, absolutely. So, pretty well played. It was refreshing to see some different heroes as well. No Mirana. I mean, Invoker, I don't know. I love him, but I wish he would be in less games. I want to see other people.
Mm-hmm. And actually,
I think it's time for us to see new people.
It is. Just like you and me, Travis. Just like you and me. But anyway, get wrecked. I'm breaking up with you. No, but this is, like I said, it was a postponed game number 2, so that's actually it. So 2-0 for Hehe after a default win they got earlier in the day, I believe. So, well, that's it for the series. I don't know when we'll be back, but I'm sure there's games on Heflatv too. I know for sure. If you want to go ahead and check them out right now, so twitch.tv/Heflatv2, and we may be back with something here. I'm not 100% sure, but you'll be sure to find out if you follow us on social media: Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us in all those places at Heflatv and Heflamog on YouTube. So I'm at Don Horatio on Twitter. My buddy is at CallMeRoxas. Any last things to say before we take off?
Nope. I don't really think so. It looks like there might be a game in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're doing. I'm going to leave the stream on, and I'll go ahead and write things in text on it to let you know if you decide to hang around what games we'll be doing. So just stick around and watch, listen to some music, and we'll let you know what we're up to. But that's it for now. So we'll see you on the other side, and goodbye for now.